This video is about Anna of the tribe of Asher that we find in the New Testament scriptures. It loops back to my first video about the family tree of Abraham and the British Israel teachings. The story of Anna gives us additional proof that there wasn't only the tribes of Benjamin, Levi, and Judah living in Israel in the early Christian era. Okay, I will now read from book block 1 section. Anna of the tribe of Asher was a prophet that lived in the southern kingdom of Judah. Benjamin and Levi are also tribes of the kingdom of Judah. These 4 tribes were solid proof we have from the New Testament scriptures that were living in Israel. Notice Asher is one of the northern tribes. We find Anna's story in the book of Luke. Luke 2:36 to 37 reads, There was also a prophet Anna, the daughter of Phanuel of the tribe of Asher. She was very old. She had lived with her husband 7 years after her marriage, and then was a widow until she was 84. She never left the temple, but worshiped night and day, fasting and praying. Let me pause here for a second just to explain that the fact that it says she never left the temple, I hope we all understand that this is just basically hyperbole. She most likely did leave the temple to go home and clean up herself and do whatever she needs to do and go back. But it's just saying that she was a very good servant of God, and she did a lot of fasting and praying, and she did her service in the temple. In block 2, I'm going to reference Ezra 6, verses 14 to 18. I'll read. So the elders of the Jews built, and they prospered through the prophesying of Haggai the prophet and Zechariah the son of Iddo. And they built and finished according to the commandment of the God of Israel, and according to the commandment of Cyrus and Darius and Artaxerxes, king of Persia. And was finished the temple on the 3rd day of the month Adar, which was in the year 6 of the reign of Darius the king. And the sons of Israel, the priests and the Levites, and the rest of the descendants of the captivity, kept the dedication of this house of God with joy. Block 3, verse 17. And offered at the dedication of this house of God 100 bullocks, 200 rams, 400 lambs, and for a sin offering for all Israel, 12 he-goats according to the number of the tribes of Israel. I just want to highlight, it says 12 he-goats according to the number of the tribes of Israel. This is saying all 12 tribes were there. Verse 18, and they set the priests in their divisions and the Levites in their courses for the service of God, which is at Jerusalem, as it is written in the book of Moses. So the priests and the Levites were set over each tribe. Each tribe of Israel had their own priest and Levite attending to them. All 12 tribes. From the above verses, we can see that there were people of the northern tribes living among the tribes of the south. We can now understand why there was a Anna of the tribe of Asher living in Judah. Anna would not be the only person from the northern tribe that was living among the tribes of Benjamin, Levi, and Judah in the southern kingdom. I would say remnants of all 12 tribes were living in the southern kingdom of Judah before, during, and after the fall of the northern kingdom. So I'm now going to just sort of loop this back to the migration that is taught by in some churches about mass migration of the 10 tribes being captured from the northern tribe and taken into Assyria and then migrated into Europe. One, there was no mass migration of 10 tribes leaving Assyria going into Europe. There are no archaeology or anthropology evidence to support that, the migration into Europe. All stories that you read about online or people tell you about are all make believe and they're all false. During the Assyrian invasion, some people would have escaped to the south, and their families may have even gone to the south before the invasion. And most likely, some people went down there after the invasion. And even when they were in Assyria, once they were free and they were no longer slaves or whatever they were there to do, I'm sure some of these people went into neighboring countries close by Assyria. But no mass migration into Europe. Ezra's documentation of the return of the captives from the Babylonian captivity, because they were captured from the southern kingdom later on. Ezra's documentation of the Babylonian captivity return indicated that all 12 tribes were present in Israel. Anna's story gives us some insight to believe that. Thank you for watching.